Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Cancer. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Cancer, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Most of all, for showing up. We have the Ace of Pentacles, so a new beginning for you, Cancer. You have a plan that you want to bring into fruition, that you've been working on, but there is friction. There is a little friction, but that's okay, because if it were easy, then it wouldn't mean very much. Point is, you have a plan. You want to make an offer, or maybe someone's making an offer to you, and maybe it's not what you were planning for, or what you were expecting. Feeling a little hesitant, maybe. This is for reading for person most on your mind, and I'm using the Witch's Tarot along with the Lover's Oracle for their thoughts. So let's see how this plays out for you. Here we have a couple cards. We have the Wheel of Fortune and Seven of Swords with the King of Cups. Somebody's taking a risk. Maybe you think that it's a risk. That offer, that plan of action may be a risk. Well, Jupiter is coming into your sign, so if you are making plans or making an offer, wanting to make an offer, that would be the time when it would be your strongest. If it was to work in your favor, it would be around the July season, just the Cancer season, around July. Here we have the King of Cups, so that could be you thinking seriously about that offer and making plans around it. Cancer seems very serious, feels very serious. No emotion, just strategic maneuvers. And that could be a good thing, because it's about money, it's about stability, it's for your abundance. You're thinking about yourself, and you want to take care of yourself. All right, let's cut, and let's see situation between you and the person most on your mind. This is how you react. This is how they react to the situation. This is Spirit's advice in how to deal with the situation at hand. This is how you take that advice. And this is how the person most on your mind does. This is the potential outcome. This is how you will react, or how you maneuver with, if you do follow Spirit's advice. And this is how person most on your mind will. Coming back to the bottom of the deck, it's a Three of Pentacles. So you're holding back with that Ace. You're thinking about what was in the past. Maybe you've been dealing with someone in particular who's made you an offer. Quite a bit of Pentacles here. Could be dealing with a Virgo or a Capricorn, Taurus. Or you're just in the energy of you want to do things on your own. You're on your own. You've been taking care of yourself. You want to continue along the lines of making that money. You're building your legacy. Probably want to build a family too, or you're planning it. Either way, you're very comfortable where you are, and you want to maintain and expand on that comfort. The King of Swords, so you again, the seriousness, you're taking on that tone of seriousness, or you're dealing with air signs. I have Aquarius coming up here, I have a Libra, I have Gemini. You're focused, so it could be just your mental capacities are really working hard because you want to make sure that abundance flows. Again, we see the Seven of Swords with the Chariot, so it's a plan in action, but it's a difficult maneuver that you're thinking about. Maybe that's why you're so serious, because you're thinking that it could go one way, it could go another. The manifestation is there. You're working on it. You're planning it out. You're really focused. You're determined. You want to see the victory, and you're planning for the future. You really want to move on that. Yeah, you're thinking things through. What could go in your favor if it does, and if it doesn't work. See, we have Pentacles here again. Hangman is changing the perspective, so you're looking at all angles, because that is what he will do. Our King of Swords here, unless you're dealing with the courts, but you're focused nonetheless. You're determined and you're focused. And you're thinking about how you can maneuver, how you can make changes, what you're planning, you're manifesting, you're really putting it out there. And you're really thinking about how it could work in your favor, if it does, if it doesn't, if you want to hold back. Spirit is holding back on something. Spirit is making you see the different possibilities that you have before you. And the Wheel of Fortune shows up again. Again, it could just mean it's in your favor. You have the Three of Cups, so the power of three. You really want to put your manifestation out there and go, by all means, do it, because it is the time. Jupiter is in Gemini, so whatever you breathe and speak, your thoughts, you're manifesting. It could just come in for you, depending on what you want. I mean, I'm not going to say everything you ask for you're going to get. But if you change your perspective on your luck factor, if you see that you can maneuver in a way that is productive, it'll work for you. But then Spirit has got you looking at things in a different perspective, or Spirit is holding back on something here. Maybe what you want is it's in the way you're asking for it. Either way, it's a holding back on celebration. It's a holding back on dealing with a group, a certain group, or you're being held back, or you're holding yourself back. Again, that offer may be what is you're sort of holding back on, because that friction might be within the offer itself, where you're not seeing clearly, you're waiting, you're not trusting something, because we have the Seven of Swords. Not trusting something. You're going with your intuition. You're really focused on what you want. The conversation that you will have is what will determine if you hold back or if you go forward. You have that desire to move forward, but you are going with what you know and what you will learn, because an ending of a cycle is coming. And the chance, again, it's not chance, but what you do with information that you have. You're moving with the surety, you're moving with a certain certainty that something is coming to an end. and the plans will change. And you could be dealing with a Leo. You could be dealing with a fire sign, or you have that determination by the moon. Look toward the full moon, new moon, full moon, either one, for change. Because your plans are going to change. You yourself, you're thinking in a different way, or you're receiving, or you're waiting to receive some kind of spiritual confirmation. You're manifesting, so you're waiting to see a particular energy shift. You're waiting for the wheel to turn in your favor, or you want to take a chance. But if you do take a chance, Spirit is going to block you. So you have to go with your faith. You have to go knowing that what you want, you're going to put the best effort out there to get it, but you have to wait before you can celebrate. And you will have the answer. You will come, it'll come to you. It'll come to you. That final betrayal, there's something that's going to come to an end. Could be that offering itself. You're waiting to see particular information come from that particular conversation that you may have had before you can move forward. Again, this King of Pentacles is coming up for a few of you in the same position. It's a plan in action. You're setting up for something in your future. You want that stability. You want that home. You want that money coming in. You want that business. You want to project something out there. That is that continuation of your legacy, that determination to have your future set. You're not trusting. You're following your intuition. You're working with the information that you have. You are manifesting. You're putting out ideas. You're working on them, and you have that hope. But you have to have the faith too. It's not just, okay, I'll take a chance, I'll bet on. No. You're going with the intuition, and Spirit is holding you back one way or another. You've been held back, or you yourself are choosing to wait because you know that there's certain information and certain understanding, a judgment even. You're waiting for certain legal papers to come in, or the word to put an end to a cycle so that you can make changes and move on. Again, building on your legacy. Leaving a situation. Again, that offer. Really wanting more than maybe the offer in itself. Something was missing from it. Maybe there was a particular combination of information that wasn't there. You were picking up on something because you want to walk away from it. You want to walk away. Either you did already, or you're wanting to. The offer itself is coming from someone who might be inferior, who might be a dreamer, very passionate. Something you're not trusting. They want to start with you. Spirit is saying this is justice being served. Just desserts are coming in, so you're not going to go with them. And Spirit is keeping that steady. Your luck is on your side in that sense, because Spirit is holding you back, and you're feeling that you can't go forward with them. You want to continue to your happiness. You want what is deserved. That's why you're maintaining. You're being very careful. That Seven of Swords is working with you. Person on your mind is wanting to start up something, but they're looking for foundation too. See, their plan, their idea, it's a beginning. It's very passionate, but it's a beginning. It's in the beginnings, but you're not trusting it. And you want to put an end to something. They want stability. They want that stability. They're ready to provide and be on equal ground with the plan in action. Spirit is saying, just desserts. This is deserved. This is karmic. This cannot be avoided. You want to put an end. You want happiness. You want to end something. Again, from the 8 to the 10, it's coming to an end. Either you're leaving or you want to come back to. There's disappointment here. There's healing. Again, it's very karmic. Cannot be avoided. So it's a question of really thinking things through, being patient, allowing Spirit to give you what you need, your desire for happiness, wanting to come back into a relationship where there's that grounded feeling coming from the next person. They want to heal the happiness. You want to heal and be at home with the next person. But something has to change. Could be the mental, could be your mindset, could be just the way that you make your plans. Maybe whoever you're with or whoever's made you an offer, you're not able to trust because out of habit. That is why you have to change the way you think. You have to give yourself that chance and change the way you think. Allow Spirit to guide you. Allow Spirit to guide you. You're stepping into new territory when it comes to higher understanding here. You want to put an end to something. You want to put an end to something. A cycle has to end where you don't want to face something. It could be prison. It could be the magistrate. You don't want to. You see, you want to change the plans because the magistrate, something with the magistrate, something with the higher authority, putting an end to, ending something with the higher authority, and then having that innovation by the moon, secrecy. Or maybe you're choosing to go the other way. Oh boy. Could be that you put an end to marriage. You decide you don't want to be in a marriage. You don't want that stability. You want to put an end to it. Things are changing. Disappointment is there, or it has to be healed. It's a slow process for the person that you're with. You could be dealing with an earth sign. It's coming across very strong here. They have a plan. They want to start something new. You, on the other hand, want to end. Tower is coming down. It's just, again, it's healing. There has to be a healing here. Understanding, higher understanding. You want to put an end to something. Being held back. You're thinking that your chance, you're talking about it. Talking about it. Oh, you're not sure. You don't have the confidence. You're lacking confidence. Maybe you don't really believe in that sense of future with the next person. That you want to be alone. That you're just used to being on your own. And you want to continue that. You're trying to fit with the next person, but you're not feeling the confidence. And this is where you have to talk to them. You see? You have to talk to them. You have to heal. You have to heal that sense of I'm not good at this. I can't handle this. Whatever the stability is, where you're not feeling that sense of stability. You want it, but you're not feeling it. And Spirit is saying that you have to go through this. You can't walk away from this one. You have to stick this one out. Spirit is saying that you have to change. You have to change the way you think. You have to change. Something is not sticking. You got to stick with the group. You got to stick with the plan. You got to stick with the partnership. You have an agreement. You have to stick with it. Again, it's a new territory. Marriage is where this wants to go, to the magistrate. Some of you could be for prison. You don't want to go there. But it's because you're not trusting. You have to trust in the future. You have to trust in your intuition. You have to be able to step up. Have that faith. You gotta change the mindset. Again, being stubborn. Thinking that you're on your own and that you have to be on your own. It's not true. Cancer. You have passion in you. You have to make a choice. And if you make the choice to go off and be in confusion, it's only going to take longer to heal. But you will. You'll find the truth. You may come back. You're going to go through a cycle. You're going to go through a cycle where you end up coming back to your happiness. You're going to feel it. Might as well face that music, because Spirit says you can't get away from this one. This is a happiness that you will come to understand. You will come to learn and heal from it. But you must have the faith, and you must allow for the next person. They're very patient with you, and they're sticking to the plan. They're not deviating. They have a plan that you think is inferior. You think their plan is not good, but they are holding on and they're not letting go. They're working it out, and they are going to work it out with or without you. If you choose to leave, because that's where you are, and put an end to the happiness, your world is going to crumble. The tower is going to come down. You're going to feel that disappointment. You're going to have to heal. One way or another, Spirit says you're not getting away. You're going to face this. They are going to heal. They're going to keep going. They're working on their plan with or without you. They are healing and moving on. This is why it is in your best interest to follow the guidance coming from Spirit. Go with how you feel. If this person on your mind is working with you, because this is what it looks like here. They're very patient. Consistency. They're consistent in everything that they're doing. It's consistent. You have a problem trusting that consistency. Betraying the plan. Going with third parties. Being secret. Choosing to be a loner, a player, creating confusion. It's only going to make you come back to being alone, and you have to heal again. And you're going to have to come out with the truth, because the truth will be looking you straight in the face, and then you will come right back to, I don't trust. So it's a vicious circle. Again, you cannot avoid it. Cancer. Have a little faith. Have a little faith. Spirit is guiding this. You already get the message. You can't get away from this one. The person most on your mind is somebody who really does care. They really do care. They have that grounded sense and sensibility. The situation is to have a sense of stability, a home. The plan, the Ace of Pentacles is a potential to have a home. You want to leave that home. It's not in your best interest, because you're going to have a tower moment. You're going to feel the earth shake under your feet. You're going to feel alone. You're going to feel swept up. It's going to be overwhelming. But then they're there to help you heal. Let's see the thoughts of the person most on your mind, Cancer. Because they seem to be working in your favor. They seem to be wanting to be around you. They want to help you. They want to protect you. They want to provide a safe space for you. And they're sticking to that plan. They're not budging from the plan. Their passion is what's driving them. That you feel that they're inferior. You see them as inferior. They could be younger than you, but that doesn't mean they're not wise. And because they're younger doesn't mean that they don't have that stability, because they do have it. They are very wise, in fact. They have the Hierophant working with them. See, what are the thoughts of the person most on your mind? I need to figure myself out. Let's see what else we got going on there. I want out. Oh boy. This is looking more like you, Cancer. This could be your thoughts. You want to leave. They want to build a home. If you don't go with them, they're leaving. They're going on. They're keeping to their plan. I can't come to you right now. Oh my goodness, I can't come to you now. So it seems like it's going the other way. You seem to be on the other side. I can't come to you now. Your thoughts. Could this be your thoughts? This is supposed to be the person most on your mind. I'm stuck in visions of us together. Don't treat me the way you do. I don't deserve it. This card keeps coming up in a repeater. Well, I really am in a tizzy here. Person most on your mind is either looking to just continue on the plan without you because you want to leave. It says it here. You want to put an end. You having a tower moment. This is probably your thoughts because they are stuck on the plan. And if it is that you guys are not in agreement, well, they need to figure themselves out. They don't want to be in a relationship with you if you don't want to have a stability set up. That is where they are. I can't come to you now. I'm stuck in visions of us together. They really want to work things out with you. But you've taken on the player mode if that's where you're going. Because you want to leave. You don't want that stability with them. You see them as inferior. They are looking to build a home, being a provider. They have the groundedness with them. They are slowly working with the plan that they have in action. They want to build. They have the vision of being together with you. And you are destroying this. You want to walk away from it. Cancer. It's something you need to think about. Change the perspective. The future. The future here. Determination here. Wanting to control the future. Wanting to manipulate situation. You want to make things work in your favor. You want to risk what could be a chance for stability. The Spirit is not having that. If you're thinking that you want to put an end to this, well, you'll only come up to facing it with somebody else. Again, if you're thinking of third parties, because you don't want to sit at home, you want to run, you want to leave, there's only going to be confusion. But then there's so many opportunities to heal, and it will take the patience, and it will take the honesty. It will take that conversation. Maybe you have them confused as to what it is you really want. Spirit is saying you're not getting away from this. Neither are they. They want stability. You want to move off. You want to destroy. You want to bring down the tower around healing a broken heart. Cancer, I leave you to qualm over this. Make your decision as to which way you want to go, if you're coming or you're going, if you want to reach to the person and fix this, because just desserts are here for that. You can't walk away from this one. If they want out, it's because you can't come to an agreement. There's friction. Until our next read, Cancer, love and light.